Welcome to video 3 for book 2, an introduction to the language of common law legal documents. So we are now continuing to do our redrafting from the old common law style into a modern drafting style, and you will find the provisions that we're going to be working on in this video on page 12 of your material. You can see that what I've done here is I've given us some additional space, and this is where we're going to be doing the redrafting on the screen in this exercise. And then what you're going to be doing is, once we finish that and you have the more modern language in one sentence, you are then going to convert that into a tabulation of the modern drafting style. Okay, so I'm going to help you with modernizing the language, and then you're going to put it into the tabulated style. And once we finish this one, we'll go on to the expropriation paragraph. Okay, so let's get started. And what we're going to do, the first part that we're going to look at, I'm going to highlight it here. Okay, so we have the words, the said lessee covenants, promises, and agrees that it will not carry on or suffer to be carried on any business in the herein demised premises. Now there are two words that are highlighted here. Suffer, we've learned already that that means permit, and demised premises is a phrase that we use all the time. It's not old-fashioned. We regularly use it in leases today. To demise means to lease, and the premises is the word referring to the real property or the immovable property that is being leased. So as I say, we see demised premises regularly in our leases in common law. Okay, but let's look at what is being said in this part that is highlighted and what words we can eliminate or make more modern. So we start off with the said lessee. Now we learned earlier that when the word has been capitalized, initial cap there, it's been defined. So the lessee has been defined. And we also learned earlier that we don't need the word said, right? Because the lessee has been defined. Okay, so now I'm going to put these new words into a different color and a different font so it's easier for you to see. Okay, so all we need is the lessee. We don't need said. Covenants, promises, and agrees. Now, you remember we've talked about these combinations of words, and you saw this in book 1 where this all came about. Now sometimes, I've mentioned that sometimes we need to keep all the words because they don't mean exactly the same thing. However, here, these three words, covenants, promises, and agrees, all mean the same thing. So we can choose to keep one of them. So I will just choose at this point to keep agree. Agrees. Now you could choose covenants or promises. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the lessee agrees that it will not carry on or suffer to be carried on any business. Let's look at that part. That it will not carry on or permit to be carried on any business. So I'll put that down, that it will not carry on or permit to be carried on any business. Now let's just look at those words. It will not carry on or permit to be carried on any business. Let's think about if there's a better way to write that. A way that it makes more sense when you're reading it. And what I would suggest is that the lessee agrees that it will not carry on any business. And now remember, we've got So up here we've got not, we've got the negative, so let's make our or also negative, okay, nor. The lessee agrees that it will not carry on any business nor permit to be carried on any business. Now again, that last part here, this last part is a little awkward, nor permit to be carried on any business. So why don't we take these words and put them here, nor permit any business to be carried on. Okay, now that reads a lot better. The lessee agrees that it will not carry on any business nor permit any business to be carried on. Okay, so where is it carrying on this business? It's in the herein demised premises. Now, if we give a definition to this, instead of using demised premises, but earlier in the document, if we set out the address, and then in the definition section we say that these are defined as the premises with a capital P. Okay, so that's the easiest way to do it. Then we're not using these three words again all the time, herein demised premises. So let's look at rewriting that. So in the, shall not be carried on in the premises. And we don't need herein because we have used a defined term. And remember, herein means in this document or in this paragraph. Okay, so we don't need it because we've defined the premises. Okay, so let's go on to the next part that we're going to look at. And we're going to go up to, so it's under a name or a style other than the name of the said lessee as designated herein. Okay, so we'll just highlight that.